God is good all the time. Welcome to 3 Minutes with Father Al. I have a priest friend who is very spiritual and very clever, and he gave a course entitled, "Is God Speaking to Me or Am I Crazy?" And during this course, he addressed an important question. What is God's voice like? How does he communicate with us human beings? Well, the first reading from this weekend's liturgy answers this question. It's from 1 Kings. So let's set the stage. At the beginning of the reading, we meet Elijah, who is a political refugee. The king and queen of the kingdom are not happy with Elijah's fiery preaching and his denouncement of false worship. So Elijah is fleeing for his life, and as the saying goes, he flees for the hills. He climbs a mountain and finds refuge in a cave. And while he's in the cave, he's praying for guidance. Lord, what's next for me? He asks that question, and all of a sudden, there's this hurricane force wind. But God's voice was not in the hurricane force wind. And then there was an earthquake. But God's voice wasn't in the earthquake. And then there was a raging fire. But God's voice wasn't in the raging fire. After the fire, there was a tiny whispering sound. The sound of silence. And in that whispering, Elijah heard God's voice and went to the entrance of the cave to wait for the Lord. This reading presents to us an important truth. God speaks in the silence of our hearts. The great poet, St. John of the Cross, writes that prayer is silent music sounding solitude in the soul. Brothers and sisters, this week, let's take a few moments every day, 5, 10, maybe 15 minutes. And like Elijah, let us wait for the whisperings of the Lord. The silent music sounding solitude in the soul. God bless you, my friends, and see you in church.